Okay, YouTubers, I'm back. Yeah, my video got cut off this last time when I just got finished sanding this. On the iPhone, when an alarm goes off or anything like that comes through, it just seems to like snap that video off, which I wish I could get some sort of a warning or something, I don't know. But anyway, we're here. So yeah, we're gonna wait until we get this side done, do all those at the same time. So, knowing that, we need, what I say, 55 on the totem pole. Let's do it the proper way. So the proper way is to put one of these guys down, put this down, and put this on top. And line the bottom guy up here. Like so. Bring this guy into here.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Like so. And then bring this down till it touches the top of that one. Because you know they're all going to be different sizes, right? Let's go ahead and punch these down in there real good. Make sure that it's, yep, it's going to punch down good, okay? And then hold these, pull these away. Take our awl, make our line, make our line, make our line. A little on the underneath side, just below the top. And a little below the top on this side, like so. Okay. It's actually 53. See, so it's a little different. And that's 53 on this side too. So a little different than this one. Actually, this was 53 when it was all said and done, it looks like. And this was 53. Okay, I'm sorry, it was 53. For some reason, why was I thinking 55? Okay, so 53 from the bottom to there. And then this was from the top of that edge to there was 59. And I bet this one's 59 too. Yep, sure is. So that means this line that we drew should be about 59. And it is. I'm sorry, 69. And this one will be 69. And this one's a little different. This This one's showing 67, 68, so we're off a couple from one side to the other. So this particular piece is a tad bit crooked. So when we have something like that, we have to make sure that we use the exact same T-pocket in the exact same place, or it'll throw everything off. Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and scratch this in. So we can apply our glue to our T-pocket. It's going to set up there. Same thing with this one. Okay, and then right here along this line here. Yep, this way with it. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and get us some glue out here, some adhesive. Yeah, should have put a little bit of adhesive on. This is the one that goes on that side, so let's go ahead and get the adhesive on him. Let's go ahead and get this adhesive on this guy. And there we go. And let's go ahead and we did get the adhesive on there. We need to go ahead and get the adhesive on here. And on this side. There we go. Okay. I got that in there. 1 slurp of coffee. 1 slurp of coffee. Coffee always makes the project go better. Always. So we'll go ahead and get this one put in place right there. Okay, looks pretty good. And right there, expand him over. Yep. Yep. Now, without pushing him down, we'll just let him go, but we'll make sure that this is 53, and it is. Yep. Let's make sure this one's 53. And it needs to go up just a shad. Whoops, there we go. I think that's it right there. Go ahead and lock that down. Let's go double check it. 53, yep. 53, yep. Okay, cool. So that's it. That is it. Yep. All right. And then we will double check everything by putting this on there. Always doesn't hurt to double, triple check everything, because it just takes a couple seconds to double check it. And if it's right, great. If it ain't, you got a little time to correct it before the glue dries, because after that, then you don't have a chance to correct it then. You're going to have to do something else. And that's no fun. So, yep. Everything fits together just perfect. So pull that out. And we'll go ahead and get our wing divider. We'll go ahead and stitch him down. We're just going to do hand press right now because my other one's over in back there at the other table. Yep. I just don't want to get up and go get it, bring it back over here to get back up and go back over there. So hand pressure to right here. Cool. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to put you on pause. For some reason. There we go. Make sure those are... Yeah, there we go. Before we get those all punched in there, let's make sure we got everything where it's supposed to be. Okay. There we go. All right, I'll see you over there in just a second. Okay, we're back. So we're going to measure it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. Takes care of that. Let's go over here and get this. These 2 needles here. Let's put that in there. And we stab it about that far through, leaving about that much. Push this up, pull this back, pull this through, tighten. So that you can see how we get the needle to hold on there. Whereas in typical sewing, a lot of them tie knots. That's what I used to see my aunt do. She used to get that in there and stick it through there and tie a knot. But that's not how you do it these days. On leather thread. Because it's a 7-ply. So, you know, oops, missed the hole. There we go. There we go. Okay. Stab it halfway in the middle. Pull it through, and pull it, and there we go. Then we stick it in this side here, and we stitch it. Okay. Putting in one side, coming back through on the back side, pull through, turn. As we put this side through, we pull back on this at the same time so that we don't stick it. and cause the thread to get jammed up. Because that's no fun when that happens. Then you gotta just take everything apart. Clip the needles off everything, pull everything back through. Maybe go back to the last thing that you sewed. Or that you had sewn. Let's put it that way. How about that? So we just come through here. And, you know, this here is good practice on these sides, but nobody's going to see this side. So that's why it's good practice. Because if it looks really good, then you're like, yeah, okay, good. Because once time when they get this all put together, they're not going to be looking, most of the time, they're not going to be looking down in the pockets. And if they do, they're not going to be able to see how you're straight or crooked, or how straight or at an angle that you're sewing is. You know, they won't be able to tell that. Unless you just royally goof something up. So it's always good practice. Always good practice. And I'm going to back stitch too, because it's the end of the line. Instead of tying everything off in a knot, you just back stitch. And that is enough to hold the leather and pull it out. And yeah, I've back stitched like this, and I've had to pull this leather out, like take a pick and pull. And I'm telling you, man, the leather is in there, buddy. Believe it or not, it is no joke. And the leather is starting to close up as we speak. So these holes will start closing up around that. Okay, so I'll put you on pause and... Okay, we're back at the desk. And this is what we pulled off of the pins before. So we'll go ahead and clip this. And while we're at it, we'll just go ahead and clip these. Show you how we clip that. That's how I clip mine. I just clip it right there and then just pull it out. Nice and clean. And we can go ahead and throw this away. Oh, let's go ahead and burn these while we're thinking of it. They were right here. Yeah. Gotta heat this thing up. Every now and then you have to, for these, you gotta go get a AA battery, because it seems like it, man, when you put a new battery in there, these things get hot quick. And then they trail off really fast. So they like eat the battery up. And they don't eat the battery up as much after that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this in the trash can. Trash can's getting full. I'll have another trash can. Yeah, I just use a little kitty litter. We have some couple cats, and I just use a little kitty litter boxes that the kitty litter comes in. I just store them out there, and then I use them as a trash can. Well, I don't have to buy a trash can. And when it gets full, I just take it out in the trash and let them have it. Anyway. Okay. So the next thing to do will be to do what we'd normally do. Put this piece on next. If we didn't have that pocket. This would be like the first thing we would do. So we'll just put a little bit of, we already had stuff on there once before. Add a little bit more to it. Same thing here, we only need to add just a little bit to it going down here like so. A little bit more right here, going down just around that corner, just a tad. Yep, just like that. I like these little cans with the brushes, and then I just get a bigger can, and then I pour the bigger can into this because it's easier to handle, and plus, when you open and close it so many times, the glue will start getting thick, and then all you have to do is you just got a little bottle like this to thin down, whereas if you kept opening and closing the big bottles, you'd have to put more stuff in there, and it's not as easy, it doesn't seem like to me, so I like that. Plus there's a little brush in here. I like to use that little brush. Very handy. And then every now and then when that brush wears out, then I just throw this little can away, and then go get me another one of these little cans with the brush, and then I get a new brush. Because there's all kinds of different ways to put on this adhesive. Some people just use like a popsicle stick or something like that. But I like to use a brush because the brush seems to, when you brush it on, it seems to thin it out, and you get the brush, like the little lines in there and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Works good. I think it works great. So that's why I like to do it that way. Okay, so like we said the last time, this part is not glued, but since we'd already cut these holes in, we got these straight through, our holes should line up. So let's give them a test. If I can get the, if you have a hard time getting your needle up, just wet your finger and push down and it'll pick it up. Yep. And this one goes through. Yep. Yep. And yep. Okay. Or sometimes you can kind of take your, and kind of get up out of there like that too. Or use this maybe. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull this out while that's kind of, it's drying a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit more. Yeah, I kind of whacked him a little early there, so I'm going to go ahead and recut him. ahead and get this one punched in. Go ahead and get this one punched in. And just for simple time savings and laziness on my part, I'm going to just go ahead and stitch this over there off camera. I mean, I just done that side, and so you kind of seen how I stitch. So it's like, do you really need to see this again so quick? I don't know. Probably not. That way I don't have to extend this thing out and get it set and get it not to wiggle and then start playing it and do everything and then pause it and take a chance on it not unpausing and going back to sleep, that type of thing. I've got 10 minutes before 9 o'clock, because at 9 o'clock the alarm goes off to remind me to feed my puppies. And when it does, it's going to kick this video out, so stand by. Okay, YouTubers, I'm back, and I've got 9 minutes on the board, so it only took me a couple minutes to stitch that. So, let's get that all stitched, and get these little pieces thrown away. We'll be starting a new video after this. Be perfect. It'll be a half an hour on this video anyway, so cool. Alright. So that's done, that's done. Now we need to go ahead and give it a scrape there. Give about a 4mm scrape here. That's already been scraped and glued once. So all we have to do is just scrape it and glue it. So we glue that. It's been scraped. Now it's been glued. It's been glued. Let's go ahead and get our ears. Use the sides. I use the sides of this because a lot of times the sides build up with stuff. Yeah, it's easier to just use that to see it. Let this dry for a second. We would typically like to let this dry a little bit more, but since this video is getting ready to end, I don't think there's no way I could cut that other piece and put this on in, well, I might be able to, 7 minutes. Might be able to, so we'll let that glue up there. Let's go ahead and pull this dude around. So let's cut our corners here. Real nice and gentle. Come around like so. Cut this corner real nice and gentle. Okay. Cut this gentle. Right here like so. And cut this one like so. So we got a curves cut. Just like to cut the curves that way, and then I can just go cut the straights with my ruler. Doesn't take very long at all. Okay. Hanging on by a thread. Those little curves sometimes do that. And cut these. Sometimes these little threads, or sometimes these little corners here, they hang on to like by a little thread. Just got to come through and now we need to make this longer. Remember? Because we need to make a little dip in there, so we need to take this out. I forgot about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this guy glued in. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it because I already cut those corners. So I'm just going to have to go ahead and cut that like a standard. Either that or I'll... Part of what I'll do is go ahead and cut that for a standard. And just make me another one. And then I'll just cut another piece out. And then go ahead and because it's been a day or so since we had done that. Anyway, alarm's getting ready to go off here in a couple minutes, so I just want to say thank you for watching. I would like you to watch, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like this channel and you've liked what you have seen and you want to see more content. Hit that heart button or the like button and hit the follow button. Follow me, stay with me, turn me on there so that anytime I go live, you'll be notified. So thank you so much for everything, and we'll be certain to bring you more content like this. So I'm going to end this one. We'll go feed the puppies, and we'll come right back here in probably about 10-15 minutes. Okay, so just taking a little break for station identification. Thank you. Take care.